announcement. Today's Arati is being done by Srimati Subhadrama and Suchetana Shamrao Nadigar.
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूरति करुणा की। आरती सद्गुरु की, चरणों में उनके शांति समाए। शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए। पाप ताप संताप हरण की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया। धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया। शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। सिद्धबाड़ी की तपोभूमि में नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे। भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। ओम हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। We'll sing, start with a bhajan. Today is Monday, no? Monday. बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo bolo sab mil bolo Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo bolo sab mil bolo Om Namah Shivaya. जूट जटा में गंगा धारी, जूट जटा में गंगा धारी, त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजावे, त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजावे, डम 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 डमरू बजा, डम 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 डमरू बजा, गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय, गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर ओम नमः शिवाय, हर ओम नमः शिवाय, बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय, बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महा, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। हो सहना ववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। First mantra we have seen. We'll chant together. ॐ अथाश्वलायनो भगवन्तं परमेष्ठिनम् उपसमेत्य उवाच अधीहि भगवन् ब्रह्मविद्यां वरिष्ठां सदा सद्भिः सेव्यमानां निगूढां यया चिरात् सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य परात् परं पुरुषं याति विद्वान्. So in the last session, we saw the meaning of the Shanti mantra, Bhadran Karnebhi, and we also saw the beginning of the Upanishad. It starts with a story, very short, just the introduction of the story. One line. What does it say? Atha, thereafter. Thereafter what? After gaining the sadhana chatushtaya, sampatti, Ashvalayanaha, sage Ashvalayana, Rishi Ashvalayana, who is a student here, Bhagavantam parameshtinam upasametya, upa near, samyak, well, etya going, perfectly, nicely, correctly, aptly going near Bhagavantam Parameshtinam, Bhagavan Parameshti, that is Bhagavan Brahmaji, Uvacha. After approaching Brahmaji, Uvacha, he said. Now somebody may say that, but Brahmaji word is not mentioned. How do you know that it was Brahmaji? There are many answers are there. One is because of the tradition we know. And next line, when you see the second mantra, we will know Pitamaha is said. Later on also it will come, the reference will come. So we know. So this line says, what all things? First, Rishi Ashvalayana attained sadhana chatushta sampatti, acquired sadhana chatushta sampatti, which is the eligibility for studying Brahma Vidya, for gaining Brahma Vidya. Such a Ashvalayana Rishi, who is a student, then did Guru Upasadana. Guru Upasadana. Duly approaching the Guru. Guru Upasadana. Who is the Guru here? Brahmaji, Chaturmukha Brahma. And after correctly approaching, correctly means what? With humility, with the readiness to serve. Then he asked, he uvacha, he said. What did he say? Oh Bhagavan, oh Lord. See how much reverence is there for the Guru. Oh Lord. Why? Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, no? So Guru is Bhagavan only. Oh Lord, Adhihi, please teach me. What should I teach you? Brahma Vidyam Adhihi. Please teach me Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya is not like Sangeeta Vidya, not that kind of Vidya. We in our tradition, culture, etc., we hear, no? 64 kalas and 14 Vidyas are there. Brahma Vidya means knowledge. Brahma Vidya means knowledge of Brahman. Please give me the knowledge of Brahman. Now two questions arise from this. When Rishi Ashayana is saying to Brahmaji, please give me knowledge of Brahman, two questions arise. Number one, did Rishi Ashayana have knowledge of Brahman before approaching? Did he have? If he did not have, how is he a Rishi? Number one. And if he had, why is he approaching? See, Rishi, as I mentioned yesterday also, Rishayaha mantra drashtaraha. Those who have seen certain mantras of the Veda are called as Rishis. So Rigveda mantras are revealed to this Ashayana Rishi. In Rigveda we see that. This Ashayana Rishi is also a teacher. He himself has a Gurukul, etc. Students are there. All that is also there. Right? Then the question comes, did he have Brahma Vidya or not? Since he is approaching Brahmaji and asking, he did not have. But then how was he the teacher? And he could have been teacher for something else. You see, in the first introduction session we saw that Veda has got 4 sections. Only the last section deals with Brahma Vidya. Maybe he knew the first 3 sections and was teaching. And then he thought that now I should gain the Brahma Vidya. That's why he is approaching. Possible. And while studying the first 3 portions, as I have mentioned to you, the Upanishad section comes there. So he must have heard about Brahma Vidya. Not actually studied, gone to the Guru and gained Brahma Vidya, but must have heard about it. And therefore he is going and approaching Brahmaji and saying, please give me Brahma Vidya. Clear? So he is a Rishi, he is a teacher, but still he did not have Brahma Vidya and therefore he is going. And we said the very word Upanishad means that you have to go to a Guru and get it. So there is no way that he could have studied it on his own. And therefore he is approaching now. You can even say something like this, that the teacher who has been teaching something now is going for his higher studies. That also you can say. But the point is, Ashayana Rishi himself being such a great personality, when such a person is a student here, it shows to us the level of Brahma Vidya. And who is the teacher? The teacher is Sakshat Srishtikarta, creator, Brahmaji. Right? And therefore, he says, please, O Lord, teach me Brahma Vidya. And he himself is telling what this Brahma Vidya is. Means, what kind of Brahma Vidya it is. Varishtham. Varishtha means highest. It is the knowledge of all knowledges. Why? Because all other kinds of knowledge are gained by me. Physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, astronomy, astrology, whatever you say, grammar, everything is gained by me. And Brahma Vidya is knowledge of me. One who knows everything, knowledge of that has to be the greatest. Basis of all knowledges. Greatest of all knowledges. One more reason why it is called greatest, because gaining this, nothing remains to be known. Mundaka Upanishad, we see Shaunaka Rishi approaching and asking for Brahma Vidya in that way. Isn't it? Give me that knowledge knowing which nothing remains known. Nothing remains unknown. Nothing more is to be known. This is the culmination. This is the final. Adhihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtham Sada Sadbhihi Sevyamanam. And this is that knowledge which is always resorted to by the great noble people. And also Nigudham. It is a secret. It is not a knowledge which is readily available and readily understandable. We understood yesterday, secret doesn't mean don't tell anybody. Secret means what? It is that kind of secret that even if you tell, people will not understand. In Mahabharata, there is one very beautiful story is there. Well-known story. When the Pandavas, along with the mother Kunti, are going to north, to the Himalayas, for one Utsava of that village. Uttarkashi village is there, no? Lakshagraha story, we know. And Kauravas, what they have done is, Kauravas have already made arrangement of all the Pandavas in the house, which is made up of wax, which will catch fire immediately. So the plan is, the moment they are staying in that house, they will burn the house and all Pandavas along with the mother, all of them will die. Now as they are leaving, as the Pandavas are leaving, everybody is saying bye to them, take care, and usual things, how we also tell somebody is going, don't take your hand out of the bus, all those kind of, eat properly, wear, cap, all those kind of instructions were being given to Pandavas. Suddenly, Vidura came to know what Duryodhana has planned. But everybody is standing there. Vidura is the mantri in Dhritarashtra's palace. He can't openly say what he has known. So as Pandavas are leaving, Vidura looks at all of them and says, when the forest catches fire, the rats don't die because they are underground. What? Now you think from Pandava's perspective, okay? We are going for a big yatra, long yatra, and parting message while going, what is the message given? When the forest catches fire, rats do not die because they are underground. No, Bhima says, what is he talking? It doesn't matter. And then as they are going, they are discussing. Bhima says, I always thought that this uncle of ours, no, Vidura, little crackpot only. What is he saying? We could have nicely said, take care of your mother. She is now old. He could have said so many things. So all of them are discussing, but Yudhishthira starts to think. He says, Vidura is such a great noble man, who stands by dharma all the time. He will not say something just like that. There has to be some meaning. Isn't it? Now they go and they reach, but still the thought is going on in Yudhishthira's mind. Therefore, the moment they reach there, he tells Bhima to go around and check if everything is okay. I sense there is something wrong. Otherwise, Uncle Vidura would not have said something like this. So when Bhima goes, checks, and then he comes to know, then Yudhishthira, connects all the dots and says that he not only warned us of the problem that is going to come, that we will be burnt in this house, he also gave us the solution. What? We should dig underground tunnel. Why? Because when the fire will come, we will not have any problem when we are underground like rats. You see? So what is this now? This is called as open secret. Why? He told it publicly. But only the person who had faith, who pursued it, thought about it, got the knowledge. All other people kept on wondering. Just as Bhima must have thought what kind of parting message he is giving, Duryodhana also heard. Duryodhana also must have said, say something like this only all the time. They didn't even pay attention. They heard, but they did not pay attention. Brahma Vidya is an open secret like that. Not that we are supposed to keep it only, only to few people, don't give it to others. No, not like that. Nigudham means what? Even when given, not everybody gets it. Only those who deserve it, they get it. Who deserve? One who has acquired the required qualification, eligibility. That person only gets it. Nigudham. And then he says, Yaya, that by which, Achirat, without delay, immediately, Sarva Papam Vyapohya. Sarva Papam, all kinds of sins. Vyapohya, discarding, giving up, eliminating. Sarva Papam Vyapohya, Vidwan, the wise man who has now got the Brahma Vidya, Parat Param Purusham Yati, attains, reaches that Purusha, that supreme being who is Parat Param, higher than the high. Para is generally used for Prakriti, for Maya, the creative power. But Brahma is how Parat Param, higher than that high Maya also. That by knowing which one attains the Supreme Brahman, by giving up all the sins, that Brahma Vidya I want. Is the question clear? He is directly requesting for Brahma Vidya and tells that Brahma Vidya is the highest. It is always resorted to by all the noble people, and it is also secret, sacred. That Brahma Vidya, knowing which one will gain the Supreme Brahman, that I want, please teach me. Adhihi. Okay? Then what? Let us read. Mantra number 2. Please follow. Tasmai sahovacha pitamahascha Shraddha bhakti dhyana yoga davaihi together. Tasmai sahovacha pitamahascha Shraddha bhakti dhyana yogad avaihi. Tasmai. Tasmai, to him. To whom? To Rishi Ashwalayana. Saha, he. Who he? Brahmaji. Pitamaha. See the word used there? Pitamaha, grandfather. Pitamaha is the word used for Brahmaji in all Puranas and everywhere. Why? Because he is the ultimate. All the creation starts from him, no? So everybody's grandfather is Pitamaha. Pitamaha is Brahmaji. Means what? The creator of his father also. Everyone's. Saha Pitamaha, ha. See, ho vacha. Can you see ho vacha? That ho vacha is actually ha uvacha. Ha means nipata. It is called as nipata. No particular meaning is there to that word, but it is generally used when we are narrating some story. Vrittasmaranartham. Bhashyakaras, commentators, etc. will say Vrittasmaranartham. that it is to indicate that something that happened. You know how we tell the story? Once upon a time. This is once upon a time. Which time? No, don't say like that. It doesn't have that kind of meaning. Once upon a time is to say that at some point of time something like this happened. It is an indicative of a story. Like that, tasmai, to him, to Ashwalayana, saha pitamaha, this grandfather, this Brahmaji, ha uvacha said. He said. Ha is for smaranartham. Thus it happened. That kind of meaning is there for ha. What did he say? Shraddha bhakti dhyana yogat avaihi. Avaihi. Avaihi means you attain. You come to realize. You come to know. You experience. What? What you are asking for? You do that. How? Shraddha bhakti dhyana yogat. Shraddha, faith. Bhakti, devotion. Dhyana, meditation. Yogat. Yoga has two meanings. One meaning of word yoga is connect. Connect. Yoga means to join, to unite. Comes from root yuj. So you become one with it. How? Through Shraddha, Bhakti and Dhyana. Okay. This is the simple meaning. Now let us see a little bit deeper. See, Brahmaji is called here as Pitamaha. Pitamaha means grandfather. Not father, okay? Grandfather. Why Veji? What is special? You see, all children love their grandfather. Father, doubt is there because father is very strict, no? So more than love, that fear, respect, that is there. And if you see closely also in your own life, father will say no for everything. And grandfather will say yes for everything. Whatever the child wants to do, grandfather will say, I will take it, don't worry. Father will say, no. So grandfather has got that kind of love for the grandchild. Brahmaji is that kind of grandfather, number one. Second also, what it means is, grandfather is a person who has become wise through experience. Not just by study, not just by gaining this or that, but he has become wise by experience and therefore can guide. The same grandfather 30 years before, when he was a father, he didn't have that kind of experience. But now he's become wise. And grandfather will never say anything to the grandson which is not good for the grandson. Why are we thinking about all these things? These are all the qualities of a guru. Grandfather here refers to Brahmaji. Brahmaji is the guru, isn't it? Number one, guru has become wise by experience. In other Upanishads, etc., we will see the lakshana for guru. Who is a Sadguru? So they will say, Shrotriya Brahmanishtha. Shrotriya is one who is well learned in the scriptures, and Brahmanishtha, who himself has got experience of that supreme reality. So one who has become wise by experience and also loves the student. Karunamaya, Kripa Sagara. Why? Because without that love, such a guru will not give knowledge. There are so many Mahatmas, but not all of them are gurus. Guru, to become guru, it requires lot of compassion. You imagine our Gurudev, if he would have stayed there in the Himalayas after gaining the knowledge from his guru. Kshotriya Brahmanishta he was, but still that karuna was there, that compassion was there, that, people, how many can come here, live in such a difficult, environment and study? Therefore, he came down and established Sandipani Sadhanalaya, established so many centers, gave talks. Imagine so much of opposition he faced, but still he had that compassion that no, whatever opposition is there, this knowledge should reach everyone. That love has to be there for the student. So here, by using the word Pitamaha, see, so many points are indicated about the Guru. And such a Guru will never say anything which is not beneficial for the grandson. Such a Guru will never say anything which is not good for the student. Not only that, when the right student approaches, the good teacher will always give knowledge. Right? In Vivek Chudamani, etc., Shankaracharya dramatizes this so beautifully and says that such a person, when it approaches, the Guru can't contain, anything in him, and then gives everything. Why? Because the student is genuine. He is asking for right thing. This is very important for us to learn. We also approach so many Mahatmas, so many teachers, but we ask stupid questions. Swamiji, what was your name before sannyasa? How does it matter? You are from which place? I'm telling you, our scriptures are so compassionate that they tell us what to ask also. Why? We are very brilliant. Why? Because we will always ask some mundane questions. And if not about Mahatma, we will ask something about our day-to-day life. My son is not listening to me. My mother-in-law is not listening to me. My wife is always fighting with me. What should I do? Swamiji, what do you think? Who will win the 2014 election? Wow. This is what you should ask to sannyasi. No, I am just 24, sorry, not 2014, 2024. These are not the questions that you should ask. But when a person like Ashayana Rishi is approaching correctly with humility and asking for Brahma Vidya, the teacher will give. But you see how he gives. He says, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. You take it. Why? Because Brahma Vidya cannot be given. It has to be taken. For that matter, any knowledge cannot be taught, cannot be given. Knowledge has to be taken. You cannot teach anything to anybody, but you can learn anything from anybody. Why? Because it is not about teaching, it is about learning. Swami Siddheshananji from Pune, he used to tell one story. In one village, one person was there. He said, I can teach anything to anybody. So the villagers became very curious, interesting. So they say, you do one thing. There is a donkey. Okay? To this donkey, you have to teach 4 things. Mathematics, history, singing, and dancing. Can you? The person said, yes, why not? I told you, I can teach anything to anybody. So villagers became very curious. They said, how long will you take to teach these 4 things to the donkey? Basics of all these 4, not completely basics. He said, 6 months. So then they built one house for this great personality. And next to that, one more house for the great student. And 6 months, they made the teacher stay there, and student also, the great donkey was also there. And 6 months, their classes continued. After 6 months, they arranged a big program. Pendal was put and so much of advertisement from other places also. Why? Because a donkey is going to demonstrate mathematics, history, singing, dancing. Everybody came there. And stage was set, and on the stage one mic was kept and one chair was there for donkey, and then special chair was kept for the teacher, and in front 4 judges were kept, one from each stream, one from each science. So one mathematics professor, one history expert, and then one singer, one dancer, all of them. And then the donkey was brought to the stage in front of the mic, and they said, now start. So the mathematics professor asked, donkey, what is 2 plus 3? The donkey looked here and there, as though he didn't hear, didn't answer. People said, maybe, mathematics is anyways difficult subject. Many donkeys don't understand it, so maybe. It was difficult for this donkey also. So history, you ask. Then history teacher asked, donkey, in which year India got independence? Donkey was seeing here, there, not answering. Then they said, maybe donkey was, little slow in study overall. Some students are there, some people are there, but singing, dancing, etc., very good. The singer asked a question, sing one song in Bhoop Raga, first raga that we studied. Bhoop Raga, sing. Now they were getting angry. Why? What is this? So finally they asked, last one also asked, dancer also asked, donkey, dance on some song. No movement from the donkey. Then they became angry and they got this teacher on stage and he said, answer, what is this? And the teacher came calmly on the mic and said, you see, I taught, he did not learn. It is that simple. I did 6 months, you paid me, you gave me house, etc. I taught. For 6 months, I taught mathematics, history and dancing, singing, everything I taught. He did not learn. The fact is, nobody can teach anything to anybody. So Veji, what is the job of teachers then? Teacher's job is to help the student to learn. It is not to teach. Think about it. One same teacher is teaching the same subject to 60 students, but all 60 of them learn different things. Fact or no? One class is going on here also, so many of you are sitting, but all of you will learn different things. It is not that the same thing is learned. Why? Because we pick things that appeal to us. So at the end, if I ask, what is that one point which hit you the most? You will be able to tell that, but that point will be different from all other people. Everybody's point will not be the same. Though the same teachers taught the same things to everyone, everyone learns different things. Why? Because we learn what we want to learn. Not what the teacher wants to teach. Please always remember this point. And Swami Purushothamananji, many of you must have seen Swamiji, met also Swamiji. One day, after the class, Swamiji was going, and someone Amma came and said, oh Swamiji, today what lecture? Oh, I'm listening to you for last 15 years, but never it was like today. What superb. Swamiji humbly said, thank you, Amma. Actually, I speak the same thing in all these years. Today you understood. That is the difference. It is not that the Swamiji spoke something great today. No, today we were so tuned that we got it. Think about it. Think about it. Therefore, though the Rishi Ashayana, though the student is saying Adhi, please teach me, the teacher replies Avaihi. See, you get the experience. I will tell you how. I will tell you the means. You walk those means, walk that path, and you yourself experience. Why? It cannot be taught. Nothing can be taught, but more so Brahma Vidya. Why? Because Brahma Vidya is beyond intellect. How will you teach? It is beyond speech. What words will you use to give this Brahma Vidya? And therefore, though the question is, give me Brahma Vidya, the teacher says, this is the path, go by this path and get that experience. Attain that Brahma Vidya yourself. Gurudev used to say very beautifully, this self-knowledge cannot be taught by any teacher. You have to learn it. You have to put effort. Don't expect the teacher to just touch you and you will get. You remember? Somebody went to Gurudev and asked that Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa touched Swami Vivekananda and Swami Vivekananda realized. So you also touch me. Gurudev said, if I touch you, my hand will become oily. With that much oil you have put on your head, nothing will happen. Then he took a pause and said, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa touched Swami Vivekananda and therefore he realized. You become Vivekananda, my toe will do. He said, I don't have to touch with my hand. I touch with my finger of my leg also, it will do. It is not about who. It is about the student being ready for it. You have to put efforts, Gurudev used to say. Guru is not some pony that you can hop onto. You remember? And say, Guru, now take me. No, Guru will show. Scriptures will point out. We have to walk the path. So the path is given by the teacher here. Brahmaji doesn't explain Brahma Vidya like that. First he says, Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana Yogat, Avahi. This is the path. What is the path now? Shraddha. First step is Shraddha. Shraddha means faith. Guru Ukta Artha Astikya Buddhi. Guru Ukta Artha. The meaning of the scriptures which is being taught by the Guru, Astikya Buddhi. The thought, the feeling, the belief that this is like this. Faith. Not blind faith, but faith. What is the difference between faith and blind faith? In blind faith, you believe and then don't do anything. I believe. In faith, you believe and then you inquire how it is true. Because Guru has said it is true, I agree. I have faith. But then I am thinking to understand how it is true. Gurudev used to define Shraddha as what? Faith is belief pending inquiry. He used to say belief followed by inquiry. That inquiry is mentioned in the next term, Bhakti. Bhakti, simple meaning is, Bhakti means devotion. Devotion for what? Devotion for this knowledge. Devotion for the goal. Shraddha, Bhakti. You cherish this knowledge. You love this knowledge. You pursue this knowledge with all your heart. That is called as Bhakti. Gurudev in the commentary, if you read, he will say, Shraddha is the attribute of intellect. And Bhakti is the attribute of mind, head and heart. When this head and heart is together, you can't pursue this path by only one. Just by using logic, it will not work. Just by with emotions, it will not work. You should have both of them combined. Love should be there, emotion should be there, and then logical reasoning should be there. That is the path. So you pursue it. Then what? Then meditate upon it. Dhyana. Dhyana means personalize that knowledge, what you have gained. This particular step is very, very different from all other kinds of knowledge. See, in all other knowledge also, whether suppose I want to study mathematics, I need to have Shraddha and I need to have Bhakti. I need to believe in my teacher who is teaching me mathematics, and then I must also pursue it like it is my life's goal. Like that I should pursue it. But after gaining the knowledge of mathematics, I don't have feeling that I am mathematics. Isn't it? Mathematics remains different from me. I as a person do not change when I am learning mathematics. Yes, I can be a great mathematician, but a great mathematician need not be a great person. Why? Because the knowledge of mathematics has not brought in any personal changes. The personality has not changed. A great scientist, a great historian, any kind of knowledge, that remains separate from the person who acquires that knowledge. But that is not the case with spiritual knowledge. That is not the case with self-knowledge. Why? Because what I am trying to understand, trying to know, trying to get is my own self. So after following Shraddha Bhakti, I have to meditate on it. Meditate means what? Understand that what I have learned is me. Make that knowledge personalized. It is me. Subjective knowledge, not objective knowledge. Objective knowledge means I am the subject, object is there, I have knowledge of the object. Don't learn the scriptures, the Upanishads, etc. like that. There are many people, I have learned every Ishavasya Upanishad, Kathopanishad, you just tell. I know. But that, what the Upanishads are talking, is you. Have you learned, have you understood that? That is the question that one must ask. Once one person went to Pujya Gurudev and said, Swamiji, I have gone through Gita 18 times. Why? Because 18 is a very important number. He is telling Gurudev, Swamiji, Chinmayananji, he is telling 18 is a very important number. Why? In Mahabharata there are 18 parvas. In Bhagavad Gita there are 18 adhyayas. In Sthita Prajna Lakshana there are 18 shlokas. So 18 number is very important. There are 18 Puranas, there are 18 Mahapuranas, Upapuranas. Everything is 18. So I have gone through Gita 18 times. Now I want your signature on this book. Gurudev's Holy Gita book he brought in for signature. Gurudev signed. But before signing he wrote, you have gone through Gita 18 times. May Gita go through you once. You see? I have studied the text means what? I have understood the text as something different from me. May it go through you. May you understand that this is me. That's why this step of dhyana is very unique to self-knowledge. Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana. Now when we go through this path, then the culmination, then the final goal is what? Yoga. Yoga means union. Union means what? Oneness. Merges. Joining. Joining what? Joining that Brahma which I want to know and the one who wants to know. Both these things will unite. Through this method, avaihi, you come to gain Brahma Vidya. The word yoga here can be taken in two meanings. One meaning, as I explained to you now, Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana and Yoga. 4 steps. Right? Second meaning is, yoga word is also in the meaning of path. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Bhakti yoga. Yoga word also is used in the meaning of path. So if we take it like that, then you will have to say, avaihi, gain this, yogat, by the path of Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana. Then 3-step process it will become. Okay? So Rishi Ashayana is asking for Brahma Vidya, and Guru Brahmaji is giving him the path to realize that Brahma Vidya. Okay? Little more deeper we'll go. Shraddha indicates Shravana. All of you have studied Prakarana Granthas, etc. So you know the path of knowledge. After gaining sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, we approach the teacher, Guru Upasadana, and then the path continues as Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. That is what is indicated by Shraddha, Bhakti and Dhyana. Wow, how Shravana, when we have to listen from the Guru about Brahma Vidya, the most important quality that we must have is Shraddha. Isn't it? While listening, if Shraddha is not there, then listening cannot happen. Suppose you are sitting, somebody is talking and you say, what? No. If you keep on doubting, then you will not listen to anything. The most important quality while listening is Shraddha. Then what? Bhakti. Bhakti means love. Love means what? You go on pursuing it. Go on pursuing it with mass. Guru has said, now I want to know how. The Guru said, I am Brahman. You are that Brahman. But how? With love, I keep inquiring into it. Step of manana is indicated by bhakti. And dhyana is nididhyasana, is well-known connection. Dhyana means meditation. Practice of meditation is nididhyasana. And yoga here then indicates that final stage of samadhi, where triputi is gone, where the total merging, total oneness happens. Therefore, Brahmaji here is telling how to gain that Brahma Vidya. First listen, then reflect, then meditate, and then become one with it. So first I must listen to the scriptures from the Guru, where I will get the knowledge that I am what I am seeking. I am that Brahman which I want to know. Listen. Then what you have listened, you take it to your brain and churn it. Ask questions. Get the answers. Keep on thinking about it. Reflect. And once these two steps are done, meditate and allow this knowledge to take place in your heart. Feel that knowledge. This is nididhyasana. Shravana, manana, and then nididhyasana. If we go by this route, this path, then the ultimate merging, ultimate realization will happen. That is called as yoga. Okay? So, the Guru says to the student here, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. You come to gain this experience, gain this knowledge of Brahman by Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, which culminates in Samadhi. Right? Very famous quotation is there from Kaivalya Upanishad, where Yajnavalkya Rishi is telling to his wife, Atma va are drashtavyaha, shrotavyo, mantavyo, nididhyasitavyaha. Are, oh my dear wife, Atma drashtavyaha. Atma vai means indeed. Atma should be seen, should be experienced by oneself. How? Shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha. By listening, reflecting and meditating. Now that same thing here mentioned as Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. Now when Bhagavan Brahmaji is telling how that Brahma Vidya or that Brahman can be attained, he also has to say how it will not be attained. That is why he starts the next mantra, which is very famous mantra. I am sure all of you know it. This is generally the mantra we chant when we welcome any sannyasi. Very famous mantra, but tradition is there. I will chant, repeat. Tune I have to remember. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena त्यागे नैके अमृतत्वमानशुः परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायां विभ्राजते यतयो विशन्ति. Continuing to the next mantra. वेदांत विज्ञान सुनिश्चितार्थाः संन्यास योगाद्यतयः शुद्ध सत्त्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु परान्तकाले परामृतात् परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे. Together both the mantras. न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागे नैके वेदांत विज्ञान सुनिश्चितार्थाः संन्यास योगाद्यतयः शुद्ध सत्त्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु परान्तकाले परामृतात् परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे. As you all must be knowing, Vedas are actually not to be sung. Vedas are to be chanted in the particular udatta, anudatta meter, particular way. So the usual way of chanting this is Om na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amritatvamānashuh parena nakam nihitam guhayam vibhrajade tadyatayo vishanti vedanta vijnana sunishchitartha sannyasa yoga yataya shuddha sattvaah te brahmalokešu parāntakaale paramritat parimuchanti sarve. Bas. Dharam vipapam, that is in some other place. So this is the correct way of chanting. But we know only for these two mantras. All other mantras we don't know. Okay. So generally when we don't know, one more way of chanting the Veda is don't put any tune. अथाश्वलायनो भगवन्तं परमेष्टिनम् उपसमेत्य उवाच अधीहि भगवन् ब्रह्म विद्यां वरिष्ठां सदा सद्भिः सेव्यमानां निगूढां यया चिरात् सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य. Don't put any tune. But this Kaivalya Upanishad is so beautiful and all the mantras are in proper meter. Therefore we are chanting in a particular tune. Okay? So suppose somebody chants in a different tune, don't say, oh, what are you doing? We are chanting so that it will become easier for us to memorize. Therefore the tune. Alright? What the mantra is saying now, after explaining how that Brahman can be attained, now Brahmaji says, na karmana. Not by any action. Na prajaya. Not by progeny, praja, people. Now here karma doesn't mean any kind of action. Karma here means desire prompted action. Selfish desire prompted action. What is called in the Shastra as sakama karma. Karma, action, sakama, with selfish desire. So I want to, putra kameshti yajna for example. There is a desire that I must have putra. Therefore I am doing karma called putra kameshti yajna. There is a desire that I want to go to heaven. Therefore I am doing Jyotishtoma. Jyotishtoma na swarga kamo ye jeta. So I am doing Jyotishtoma. Why? Because I want to go to heaven. He says, karma can be used to get a particular result of this world or of some other world. But Brahman cannot be attained by karma. Na prajaya. Not even by progeny, children, relatives and people, etc. Again, all those you can use for gaining something of this world. I have got lot of followers. Do you know that? Social media. Facebook, these many. Instagram, Twitter, what all not. So many people. And Veji, actually, our family is very big family. Very good. In our marriages, etc., 1,000 people is normal. Why? For such a long time, we have connected people. That is very good. You should do that. But you will not get Brahman by that. That's the only thing. You are connecting with people and you are keeping people together. That's a good thing. You will get something in this world. When you will need, there will be people coming to your help. But you can't achieve Brahman by that. Please understand, it is not said that karma is bad, praja is bad. No, that is not said. The point is, what you want to achieve will not be achieved by it. Na karmana, na prajaya. No, sometimes people are very, they go by very literal meaning. And they say, na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena. There is no na there. Na dhanena is not said. So dhanena, that na is understood. Na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena. Dhanena, dhana means wealth. Not by wealth. This is very important. Many people they say, but no is not. Twice he said no. Sufficient no. How many times? And it is not in the meter. You see, you chant, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena. The meter goes. That's why it is not used. Na dhanena is understood. Not by wealth. Means what? Again, by using wealth, you can get something here. And if you are talking about the inner wealth of punya papa, you can get something in other worlds also. But neither the wealth of this world, nor the punya papa of the other world can get you Brahman. Na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena. Then what? Tyagena, eke, amrutatvam anashuhu. In some places, tyagena, ekena is also there. Not here. Eke means a very few people, anashuhu. They attain amrutatvam, immortality. How? Tyagena, by giving up. Now this tyaga also is very interesting word, but very confusing word. Why? Because people don't understand it correctly. And therefore, they say, what is this, Swamiji? All the time in spirituality, you people tell us to do tyaga, you give up. Actually speaking, if you really see Vedanta, they are telling you not to give up. Give up what? What is to be given up? Objects are not to be given up. People are not to be given up. Situations, duties are not to be given up. The pleasure that I am getting, the joy that I am getting out of all these three, that is also not to be given up. What is to be given up? Desire for gaining these objects for my pleasure. That desire, that longing, that is to be given up. Understand correctly. Objects are not to be given up. Somebody comes to this ashram and says, it is said, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena, Tyage naike amritattva manasho. So from today onwards, I do tyaga of this ashram. But the ashram doesn't belong to you. Who are you to give up? Swamiji, from today onwards, this ashram is yours. I give it to you. But who are you to give me? Actually speaking, nothing of this world belongs to us. You name one thing that we can give up. We cannot give up anything. Why? Because nothing is mine. See, I can give up thing which is mine. I give up my children. Children are not yours. They come from you. They come through you, not from you. They belong to God. They are not yours to give up. I give up all my duties. That to never. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is very clear on this. In Gita you see. Natyajam karyameva tata, he says. Yajna tapah karma natyajam karyameva tata. It is not to be given up, it is to be done. Now some people know, they come to Vedanta and they say, I have given up the joy. So after coming to Vedanta and studying a little bit of Vedanta, they become very serious. Don't smile. Why? Tyaga. What is there in this world? But smile also, and you can say the same thing. What is there in this world? Why are you not smiling? Tyaga. Gulab jamun is there? Eat. No expression change. Why? Tyaga. Objects, people, situations are not to be given up. The joy that comes out of it, that is also not to be given up. You enjoy. Our culture is so full of life. They said you enjoy everything, but remember it is temporary. That's the only difference. Nowhere it is said that you become very serious. What is to be given up? The longing for it, that I want, that longing, that desire, that belongs to me. We already said what I can give up, what belongs to me, I can give up. What is it that belongs to me? That desire belongs to me. The desire to get something, the desire to derive happiness from those objects, people and situations, that belongs to me. That is causing the sorrow. You give it up. Tyagena. Ishavasya Upanishad, very first mantra. Tena tyaktena bunjitha. By giving up you enjoy. See? By giving up you enjoy. How can you enjoy by giving up? You give up the attachment, then you will be able to enjoy. As long as you are attached, you will not be able to enjoy. Give up that attachment, give up that connection, give up the feeling that this is me and I want this. That feeling you give up. By that, amritattva manashuhu. Very few people can attain that immortality. Na karmana na prajaya na dhanena. Not by any amount of sakama karma or by having more and more people, not by having, more and more wealth. So give up all the desires for all these things, and then by giving up, you can attain that immortality. How is that immortality? Parena nakam. Parena nakam, nakam. Marathi naka means nose. In Kannada? No. Naka doesn't mean nose, no? Na akam, nakam. See how Sanskrit, ka in Sanskrit, ka, independently if you use, that ka is called as sukha. Sukha, joy. Aka means no joy, pain. Na aka, no joy, means no pain. Double negative. Ka means joy, aka means pain, na aka means no pain. Naka or nakam is the word used for heaven. Swarga. Why? Because there is no pain. Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti na tatratvam na jaraya bibheti. Kathopanishad. Nachiketa says to Yamaraja, Swarge loke bhayam kinchana nasti na tatratvam. You are not there. Death, no, Yamaraja, you are not there. That's why Na jaraya vibheti. There is no old age, there is no fear. So Swarga is the state or place where there is no pain. Carefully see, it is not said that it is the land of joy. It is said that it is land of no pain. So it is not a positive joy. But how is this Brahman? Nakam parena. It is higher than this Swarga. What do you mean? Swarga has no pain in it. This Brahman is positively bliss. Ananda Swarupa. Parena Nakam, the phrase mentions the nature of that Brahman as Ananda. Now immediately when we think Parena Nakam, that it is higher than the Swarga, we immediately imagine Prithvi is there, Swarga is there, it is higher than the Swarga, isn't it? Now to break this thinking, immediately he says, Nihitam Guhayam. It is hidden, Nihitam means hidden, Guhayam, in the cave of your own heart. So where is Brahman? Not somewhere. Brahma, how are you? Not there somewhere. That Brahman is here. As Sat, as existence, Nihitam Guhayam. Vibhrajate, it shines. Visheshena Brajate, it shines as that I, that consciousness. Chit, that is the nature of this Brahman. So if you see carefully, Satchidananda Swarupa Brahma, we say no, all three aspects are mentioned here. Parena Nakam, Ananda Swarupa. Nihitam Guhayam, Sat Swarupa. Vibhrajate, Chit Swarupa. Vibhrajate, Yat, that which is of this nature, Yatayaha Vishanti. Yatayaha means yatis, the great people who reflect on all these things. Munis, those who have mastered their mind and senses, those enter, Vishanti, they enter into this Brahman. So Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Avaihi. You attain that Brahman, that Brahma Vidya by Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga. Right? And then he says, Na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena, tyage naike amritattva manashu. That immortality can be achieved only by giving up. Not by karma, not by praja, not by dhana. And how is it that achieved? That supreme Brahman is of the nature of Satchit Ananda. Parena Nakam, Nihitam Guhayam, Vibhrajate Yat, that Yatayaha Vishanti. The great people who have controlled their mind and senses, they enter. What kind of people are they? Next line explains. Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha Sannyasa Yogad Yatayaha Shuddha Sattvaha. This is the description of Yatayaha. It is said, no, the reflective people, those who have mastered their mind and senses, yata means niyata means controlled. They enter that Brahman. How are they? Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchita Arthaha. Those who have Sunishchita, well determined, well concluded. What? Vedanta Vijnana Artha. The meaning, Artha, of Vijnana, of knowledge, of Vedanta, of the Upanishads. What a beautiful phrase. Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha. Those who have clearly determined the purport, the final message, the essence of the Upanishads, of the knowledge of the Upanishads. This is very important. This explains the clarity that they have got on that knowledge of Brahman. Upanishads are explaining what is that Brahman. Upanishads are mentioning. Taittiriya Upanishad, I think some of you have listened to this Taittiriya Upanishad also, no? Swami Advainanji had taken Jnana Yajna here some time back, few years back. There that very line mentions this. Brahma Vidya apnoti param tadesha bhyukta satyam jnanam anantam brahma Yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman so oshnute sarvan kama ansah brahmana vipaschiteti, etc., etc. What is it saying? Saying Brahman is of the nature of Satchitananda. Brahmavid apnoti param. The one who knows this gains that supreme. How? Nihitam guhayam parame vyoman. As seated in one's own heart. So Upanishads are replete with all such ideas, all such statements. Those who have clearly determined what is the essential teaching of the Vedanta, the Upanishads, their Vedanta Vakya, their knowledge, those who have clearly determined, they are called as yatis, yatayaha. So if we want to achieve Brahman, if we want to attain Brahman, what we have to become? We have to become Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartha. Shuddha Sattvaha, last word of the line. Shuddha Sattva. Sattva word here means mind. Mind is made up of sattvic aspect of the Panchamahabhutas, no? Therefore, Sattva word is used for mind. Shuddha Sattvaha, those who have purified their mind. The path given by Brahmaji to attain the Supreme Brahman is what? Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana, Yoga. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana and Samadhi. Now in order to walk the path, we must have two things. Purity and clarity. Purity, Chitta Shuddhi. And clarity, Chitta Ekagrata, focus, clear-cut understanding. With this pure mind and clear intellect, we will be able to attain that Brahman. What Brahman? Parenanakam nihitam guhayam vibhrajate yat. That Brahman we will be able to attain. How? Through purity and clarity. That's why here purity is mentioned by Shuddha Sattvaha, clarity is mentioned by Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartha. How will we get purity and clarity? In between these two, they have put one word, Sannyasa Yogat. Interesting word, Sannyasa Yogat. Why? Because Sannyasa means giving up. Yoga means joining. Sannyasa means giving up, separating. Yoga means joining, and they have put both the words together. By joining with giving up. Means what? By walking the path which is explained as Tyagena, which was mentioned earlier, Sannyasa Yoga. By that, you gain Shuddha Sattva, pure mind, and Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartha. You become clear. Then you walk the path of Shravana Manana Nididhyasana and you will reach the Supreme. Yatayaha Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha Sannyasa Yogat Yatayaha Shuddha Sattvaha. Clear? Now the last line of the mantra says, Te, those people, Brahma Lokeshu, in the Brahma Lokas, plural. Why? Because Brahma Loka is not one place. Brahma Loka we say in the worlds, no? 14 worlds, Puranas, etc. explain, the highest world is called as Brahma Loka, where Brahmaji resides. So, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. That Satya Loka is called as Brahma Loka. But this Brahma Loka actually is different for different upasakas, for different bhaktas. According to the Lord, the form of the Lord that you worship, Brahma Loka will appear like that. So you must have heard Vaikuntha Loka. What is this Vaikuntha Loka? Vaikuntha Loka is Brahma Loka for Vishnu Bhaktas. Kailasa, Brahma Loka for Shiva Bhaktas. Goloka, Brahma Loka for Krishna Bhaktas. Saketa Loka, Brahma Loka for Sri Rama Bhaktas. That's why plural is used. Te brahmalokeshu. In all these brahmalokas. Brahmalokas means according to your worshipful Lord, whomever, whichever form you have worshipped, in all these worlds, parantakale, para antakale. Kala is time. Antakala means ending time, final. Para means final ending time. At the end of Brahmaji's life, not your, my life, Brahmaji's life, when it ends, Brahmaloka also is dissolved. That is the final, ultimate time. At that time, paramritat parimuchanti. They parimuchanti, they become totally free from paramritat, from this even higher immortality. Survey all of them. I know you have not understood the line. I know that. I am coming to that point. What is it? Mukti in Vedanta is mainly of two types. In Vedanta, not in Bhakti literature. In Vedanta, Mukti is of two types. One is called as Jivan Mukti, liberation while living. Another is called as Krama Mukti, liberation in steps. So Jivan Mukti means what? Here, while living, when a person realizes that Supreme Brahman, he attains that Kaivalya Mukti, that is called as Jivan Mukti. Here, Jivan while living. Krama Mukti means the person is striving to reach that Brahman, or probably have done Hangraho, Pasna, etc., but has not gained that Brahma Jnana, that Brahma Sakshatkara Anubhuti here. Then what happens? Because of the power of his sadhana, he goes in the Brahmaloka, in whichever deity that he has worshipped. He remains there till the end of Brahmaji's life, and there Brahmaji gives him the knowledge of Brahman. He realizes from there. So this is called as Krama Mukti. Why? Because there is a step involved. From here you go to Brahmaloka. From Brahmaloka you are getting liberation. The last line of the mantra is talking about Krama Mukti. The previous three lines, the previous mantra and the first line of the mantra, of this mantra, they are talking about Jivan Mukti. So if you see, Parenanakam nihitam guhayam vibhrajate yat yatayaha vishanti. The yatis enter, that is Jivan Mukti. Here itself they become one with Brahman. But those who cannot become one with Brahman here, what do? Te brahmalokeshu, they go to that brahmaloka, parantakale, and at the end of Brahmaji's life, paramritat parimuchanti sarve. They become totally free from the relative immortality. You see, higher, paramrita. So stay in the brahmaloka itself is called as immortality. Why? Because it is so big. We know the calculation, no? Or should I tell the calculation of Brahmaji's life also? Okay, for those who don't know. 4,32,000, be ready for some mathematics, okay? 4,32,000 is the Kali Yuga. Okay? 4,32,000, call it as X. It will become easier for me. X. What is X? 4,32,000 years, our years, is the Kali Yuga. Twice Kali Yuga is Dwapar Yuga, 2x. Thrice Kali Yuga is Treta Yuga. And 4 times Kali Yuga is Satya Yuga. So Satya Yuga plus Treta Yuga plus Dwapar Yuga plus Kali Yuga, 4x plus 3x plus 2x plus x, 10x. 43,20,000 years, human years, is called as one Mahayuga. One Mahayuga. Such 1,000 Mahayugas is 1 day of Brahmaji. So 43,20,000 years into 1,000 is 1 day of Brahmaji. So similar time will be 1 night of Brahmaji multiplied by 2. That is that 1 day and night of Brahmaji. Like this, 365 days of Brahmaji is 1 year of Brahmaji, and like that 100 years Brahmaji lives. So 43,20,000 multiplied by 1,000 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 365 multiplied by 100 human years is lifespan of Brahmaji. Now that is so big as compared to our 100-year life. That is provided we live 100 years. Therefore, stay in Brahmaji's world is called as immortality. But that is not the final immortality. Why? Because it will still end. Paramrutat, from that higher immortality also, they become free. Te parimucchanti sarve. Okay? So yatis who have got Shuddha Sattva, purity, Vedanta Vijnana Sunishitartha, clarity through what? Sannyasa Yoga, through renunciation, they attain that Supreme Brahman here itself, Jivan Mukti. Now those who are not able to attain, they go to Brahma Loka, stay there till the end of Brahmaji's lifespan, gain the knowledge and become one with Supreme Brahman. Krama Mukti. This is the path. Veji, what is this? So don't go for Krama Mukti. If you realize here, this calculation will become false for you. Why? Atyantika pralaya will happen. No need of all other kind of pralaya. At the end of Kalpa, there is a Naimittika pralaya. Then at the end of Brahmaji's one life also, one Brahmaji will finish and then next Brahmaji will come. I think we don't have all those things. You realize here. But Veji, how to do? Just now they told the entire path. First gain purity of mind. Then clarity. With that purity and clarity, how will you gain purity and clarity? Sannyasa Yoga, by giving up. Giving up what? Giving up the attachment to the longing for the joys of the objects. When we gain that, we will get purity and clarity. With that, you do Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasana and Samadhi, you will realize. Veji, how long will it take? Depends on you. Don't ask me. Why? Because it can happen in a moment. It can happen in a moment. But this is the path. So in short, Brahma Vidya sadhana is explained. How to reach, how to attain that Brahma Vidya. And also Brahma Vidya phala. The result of Brahma Vidya is mukti. Jivan mukti or krama mukti. Both those also are mentioned here. Now what? Now Brahmaji will say, I understand your problem. So let me explain how to gain this purity, clarity, how to do meditation. But that I will explain tomorrow. Okay? That is what Brahmaji is saying. We will see the next mantras tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.